Yeah, yeah, time to the first. Hello, everybody, it's me, live action Armando. Hello, everybody, it's me, Armando. It's time to defend the live action Smurf movie from. Time to defend the live action Smurf movies. We're finally going to finish with Nostalgia Critic guy. And yeah, we're finally going. Yeah, for what I saw, yeah, now we're finally finished with Nostalgia Critic. Yeah, now we're finally finished. No, we're not finished, but you know what I mean. Like, we finished with Nostalgia Critic defending we are defending the live action Smurf movies, but we are already going to finish the Nostalgia Critic talking Nostalgia Critic, or talking trash about the Smurf movies. What I'm trying to say is that we're going to finish with Nostalgia Critic, and then we'll be in the halfway there final mark. So let's start the video.
Didn't even do much of an intro. Just turned to me. Okay, what are we doing? We're doing this. I'm like, that was our intro. I had something better planned if it was a good suggestion. That was not. Okay, so apology for kind of the different
It was a good suggestion.
angle. People with OCD are going nuts now, but yeah, there's like no light today. I'm sitting on the opposite side, confused. Everything's moved around. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Smurfs because I was just looking through it, like, popular videos on YouTube and stuff, and Smurfs gets a lot of hits. I know, but after coming off of Patch Adams, we talked about that one, but what does one say about Smurfs? Well, there's also a new one coming out that looks like it's at least sticking closer to kind of what it is. They're not bringing them to like modern day, and Neil Patrick Harris isn't there. Okay, I will. Let me just get the jump on you here. That is how bad this movie was. Not even Neil fucking Patrick Harris could save it. No. Not even him. Yeah, some of these names you keep seeing over and over. Like, how when you're young.
What do you mean? Sorry. What did you mean by that? That he couldn't save it? Yeah, what did you mean by that? That Patrick Harrison couldn't save this movie?
This movie was not even Neil fucking Patrick Harris could save it. No. Not even him.
Yeah, what did you mean by that? Middle finger present. Yeah, what did you mean by that?
Some of these names you keep seeing over and over. Like, how when you're young and you're seeing, like you start to see Tim Burton and Danny Elfman, like, oh, I'm seeing these names over and over. You're starting to see Steven Spielberg. Oh, I'm seeing these names over and over. You connect to the good stuff. You start to see good names you associate with bad stuff. You don't really pay attention, but you're like, I'm seeing this name Raja Gosnell pop up a lot. I'm at a point where I want to just believe that's a fake name. Like, it's the new. It really sounds like, it's just like, it's like whoever that guy is, even he's just like, I don't want my name on this. It's, I'm gonna make up a fake name, but it's one of those where you kind of like you see it and you go. It's also Scooby-Doo, right? Yeah, Scooby-Doo. I think Beverly Hills Chihuahua. I think something like that. Stand back. Maybe Inspector Gadget. Like, some of these. Actually, I have it right here. Hold on. Did he direct this? I'm so curious. Oh no, he did not. That was a David. You're off the hook for that one. Yeah, that might be the same guy to Beverly. I don't know, but he's a name we see a couple times. What was the guy's name? David Kellogg. Like the breakfast cereal? Yeah, and the guy that said if you masturbate, you'll go blind. Fun fact.
What?
So. Yeah, this is a movie that, like, honestly, you don't have much to go off of. anyway, because Smurfs is like cute for kids, whatever. What do you really do with it? I just remember when I was a kid, they had a movie called, it was like Smurfs and the Magic Flute. Yeah. And they invented carved some wooden magic flute or something that made people dance, and it was silly and ridiculous, but it was aimed at 5-year-olds, and I was like, that was perfectly acceptable. Why do we need to spend millions of dollars on something to bring them to, New York and have Neil Patrick Harris in it and Hank Azaria just slumming it? No, I like Hank Azaria. No, I will defend Hank Azaria a little bit. He's not trying. He's not. He's given nothing. He's not slumming it, but he is left hung out to dry. Yeah. Like he is literally just dangled over, fighting for his life, and they dropped him into the shark pit. Yeah. Like, it just, and which is a shame because the makeup on him is pretty funny. It looks.
I wonder who they're talking about.
It's like Gargamel. Yeah, it looks like.
They're talking about the guy who, the Gargamel. Yeah.
Like him, I don't think he sounds like him, but it's kind of like, okay, just go along with whatever he's doing, and it's like, even if he wanted to make it CGI, it's just like, you could have just kept it there in the Smurf village. I don't. Yeah. Why New York? And it's always New York. Why is it always New York? Yeah, always New York. You're not the center of the fucking universe, all right? I don't even think you are, but God. Well, and there's something to, with, the Smurfs, it's like, as they even say, do any of your names not tie into your personalities? Like, do the personalities come first, or do the names? And they go, yes. And it's like, alright, that's a cute joke, but it's one of those things where it's not like, ooh, you know what I'd really like to see? I like to see Smurfs in modern time. Think of the crazy possibilities. It's like there aren't any. What can you do with this? There's nothing you can do with this. It was meant to be...
Are you sure about that? There's a few things you can do with it. Well, they already have been done already. So, yeah.
Just some charming little kids thing, and then they do what they always do. It's like, well, let's make it hip. Let's crap it up. Let's just totally crap it up. They cat in the hat. Yeah. Well, they shat in the hat. That's what they did. Do we dare go as far as say cat in the hat? No, cat in the hat. It's way worse. No. Smurfs is mostly harmless, at least, as terrible as it is. Cat in the Hat,
It's not terrible. The live action Smurfs movie, not terrible.
That hurts. I think it kills angels. I think every time somebody watches it, actually angels die. I think it's part of that, like, heavenly war between heaven and hell, and yeah, it's part of some demonic thing. And yeah, so this was a time where that was always the thing, like somebody from the past is brought to modern day New York, and that was just a really popular genre, really. It just kind of became a genre, and they decided to do it with Smurfs, and we can say it sucks all we want and stuff.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't suck at all. No, it doesn't.
It was a big hit, and I think part of it is that, like, obviously not that much money went into the film because they don't look that good or anything. But it had the word Smurfs on it. Well, no, I was gonna say the advertising was everywhere. I mean, you couldn't get away from this damn thing. It was on like every billboard, every bus. Yeah, we tried hard and didn't work. Okay, and that works for kids. I guess that's but it's no indication of quality. I always kind of say, like, remember, like, with because as an adult, seeing all the ads for Smurfs made me want to not only not see it, but track down every theater that was running it and blow it up. In the middle
You're going to jail for doing that.
of the night with nobody in it, but blow it up. I kind of feel like, remember when we were talking
Don't blow it up. Don't do that. Don't blow
about, like, the Aw girls from, like, the Chipmunks review and stuff. I always kind of said, like,
Sorry for talking.
It's a mix of, like, on top of little kids, it's a mix of that and then, like, the 50 to 60-year-old ladies, or like the middle-aged ladies, they're just like, oh, don't you want to see it? It looks cute. It looks so cute. It's like people don't want to see it because it's cute and nothing else. This is the movie that was literally made for grandparents to take their grandchildren to, because those are the only two demographics it fits into. Old people who are just like, wow, I can't believe they make these things come to life. Because the last film they saw was probably King Kong, and 5-year-olds. Wow. I'm bitter today. I fucking hated this movie. I hate this movie.
You shouldn't have hated the movie. You shouldn't have hated the movie. You shouldn't have done that. You should have loved the movie. You shouldn't have hated it. You should have loved it. Yeah, you should have just enjoyed and loved the movie.
And
Love it. You should love it. You should not hate it.
but you know what I'm talking about. It's Thanksgiving, and what can I say, Audrey? But we're all miserable.
I'm no longer. I'm not anymore.
It's one of those things where it's like, you know that crowd of like, not that they want to see it ironically, but they kind of do. I can't remember these girls growing up in high school. It's like, you want to see Space Jam? Come on, that's funny. Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan. That'd be cool. And they just want to go see the movie. You saw. Oh no. But I'm talking about like the people that wanted to go see the movie, or like, yeah, people want to go see the movie. So it's like, just wouldn't it be fun? Wouldn't it be fun that they text throughout the whole movie and talk and stuff? Like, they're not actually there to see the movie. They're there to have something on, while they text and talk. I feel like we're doing girls a disservice when we do that. Because how many, like, cool girls, nerd girls, tomboy girls, goth girls, Daria girls would look at these films and be like, that looks like shit? No, I'm talking about, like, because
What? What?
I knew these girls growing up. They were kind of like the popular girls. They had like, okay, so idiots. So you knew some idiots growing up. There were a couple that were smart. Not many, and I didn't know them, but I'm sure they were. Statistically, it has to be possible. You're not making your case. No, but you know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's sort of like, there's people who want to see it because wouldn't that be cute? You know, like, they don't want to see it because, hey, I want a good movie. Wouldn't that be cute if we saw it? Those kind of kids and then people who say, wouldn't that be cute? You know, I just want fluff. I want nonsense. And I feel like fluff can be done well. I never dated any of those people. I didn't care to get to know them. It's one of those things where it's like, fluff can be done well. Like Storks. We saw that. We love that movie. That was actually a good movie. No, but I mean, like, in terms of, like, because the reviews were like, was it like 60% or something? Or like, why the hell did it only get like 60%? And we were saying, because it's not changing anything. It doesn't have any huge moral or lesson that's going to be like Pixar or something like that. It's just a good comedy. And I sort of think comedy always is lower on the totem pole anyway. It's not a comedy. It's a documentary on how to not make period of time where sort of like that, I'm trying to remember what and it's the one motion. It's the music too. The music. I was like every. It just feels like autopilot. Like porn is what I call it. It's just movement porn. Because
no, it's not. It's not porn. It's not movement porn.
Because if you just like seeing things move like that, that's what it is. You might as well just be high and watch it because it's the same.
No.
And a movement. That may have been the other demographic. That's true, yeah. Whoa, the blue, man! I can see under my hands! Oh, can you imagine dropping acid during that film, though? Whoa. Oh, yeah.
No, I cannot imagine that.
Or pounding some absinthe right over it, yeah. Just thinking of seeing just seeing Hank Azaria on acid. No thanks. Just, man, sitting there tripping balls. Gargoyle's coming at me! That freaky ass cat. Yeah. Oh man, that cat was special effects are no good. Yeah. Who apparently is a boy. We find out it's actually a boy cat, even though he has a girl's name.
Wait, what? That's a girl's name? Wait, what? What do you mean that's a girl's name? I didn't know that. I know that Evie's a girl's name, but I didn't know Asriel was that a girl's name. I didn't notice that at all. Yeah, I didn't know that was a girl's name. I never thought it was a girl in the show. I just assumed he was a guy. Of course, he's a boy. I always knew the I always knew the cat was a cat. He was a guy, he was a male. Uh, a guy cat. I always, yeah.
What was it, Azrael? I think so.
Yeah, that. I didn't know that was a girl's name, Ariel. And I always knew that Ariel was a guy.
Yeah, I didn't watch the show that much. Gender neutral name. I thought that was some
Yeah, me neither. Well, I didn't watch the show very much, or at all.
demon-like name. I don't know. Good Francesca. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure that. I think that's a kind of a gender-neutral, like. I don't know. I was gonna say probably not too many other places we can go after that. But yeah, like Jean. Jean is a gender neutral. Like you could have a girl named Jean. You could have a boy named Jean. And got it. Got it. I'm sorry. I'm running out of things. It's freaking Smurfs. Smurfs. The only thing I can figure is so many people clicked on our review of it that there must have been just that hatred that we had to, because they made a sequel that was also a hit, but then they stopped. It's like Alvin and the Chipmunks. No, with the Chipmunks they just kept going and going. But with Smurfs they stopped at 2, and I found that interesting. I think they did the same thing with Scooby-Doo. They started too far. Well, we took it off the Smurf. I forgot too, the celebrities too. Isn't Katy Perry in this too? Honestly, that's right. Well, because she wore that Smurf dress. That's probably why. Hank Azaria and Neil Patrick Harris. I remember nothing. I don't even remember the plot. I don't even remember what Neil Patrick Harris did. What did he do? What do they always do? An office job where he's an ad executive. It's always advertising. It's always an office job in New York, and somehow he has an amazing place that you could never afford in reality. To be fair, being an ad exec pays good money, but you're right, it's still New York. It's fucking New York. But he doesn't seem good at his job, right? Because that was also the Alvin and the Chipmunks thing. It's like, but wasn't that part of it? Like, in Alvin and the Chipmunks, it was definitely, just like, he was having trouble in his job. Being a musician, he's throwing out his stuff and everything. I was like, how can you afford that house? I just realized there was like no plot. With the Chipmunks or Smurfs? Either of them. But I'm just like, what was it? It was Neil Patrick Harris was doing things, and Smurfs showed up and did things, and then things got resolved. And then they left. It's like, you know what? I'm happy with my things, and that was the thing. And if you explain that to a child, they would probably just nod and agree with you that that's what it was. Yeah, that's right. I'm trying to think. Jonathan Winter's greatest performance. He was in that? Yeah. Oh, he's Papa Smurf. It was his best performance since. That's right. I forget. This is like, there's some movies like. Patch Adams was interesting because it angered me for all the right reasons that I can remember. Smurfs is one of those films where it just angers me in a way. It's kind of easy to forget. Yeah, I'm just angered because I can't even remember sitting through it. It's like Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. I'm like, the second I left... Alice in Wonderland really pissed me off. The second I left the cinema, the second I walked outside and the sun shone in my face again, I'm like, what the hell just happened? I have no memory of the movie I just saw. I love Alice in Wonderland. That's why that one pissed me off. Well, I didn't love the Smurfs to begin with. I was completely...
Why? Well, maybe you should have gave them a chance. Maybe you should have loved them.
Yeah, no, like, I can sort of see it with this one. But, as I said, I watched them as a kid, so I had that attachment, but I was never attached enough to them as a kid that I'm just like, how dare you with the Smurfs? But at the same time, that just means it's unmemorable. I remember the pasta more than I remember the show. You remember Smurfs pasta? With meatballs! No. If you get 3 Smurfs on your spoon, you win! Because pasta was a game back then. It's really weird. Even by the low bar that we set for ourselves being like 5 years old, you still ate shit. Oh yeah, no, that was Chef Boyardee. That was this guy kept Chef Boyardee in business for like 10 years. No, single-handedly propped the company. He got that name because that's what people said after having it. They went, Chef Boy. And that's how it went. I was going to say Chef So yeah, but I do remember that, how it was always a game. Just like the tic-tac-toe pasta. It's like, get 3 in a row and you win! You win what? Your bowl of pasta? Who are you playing against? Who's the other player? I'm so lonely. Playing against the empty can. It's like pasta solitaire. Yeah, shit. We're talking about Shipboy D now. That's how not interesting this movie is.
It is interesting. Well, the merchandise is interesting, but it is interesting indeed.
Do you think they can... Have you seen the trailer for the new Smurfs at all? No.
No.
Well, this one's...
Oh, the new one that's coming out, and I saw the trailer with influencer Smurf. I saw that trailer, but that was it.
So has wrecked the Smurfs as I know it that I never want to see another Smurfs film again. Yeah, I just saw it and it just looks like whatever, cute adventure, whatever. It looks like, I guess what it's supposed to be, but it's like, yeah, I also started looking at it, I'm like, you know what? What are really the possibilities from this idea? They live in mushrooms, that's a little creative, but that's about it. I don't remember any other like this. The trends to be made. The song, I remember the song. And yeah, that's about it. I think Gargamel is the most interesting part of that show. Like, I actually look forward to seeing him because I'm like, okay, something's gonna happen. I think Gargamel used alchemy to live through the ages and then kept creating like cybernetic enhancements as the century went on, and then he became Dr. Claw, and that's the same cat. Maybe. I'm just trying to figure out a way to tie it into Full Metal Alchemist. Like, what's the name of the little kid that was in the armor? Oh, Al. Yeah, like maybe he gave him the arms, like the metal arms. Could be transmute the soul into the metal. Well, no, because he alters the voice. Dr. Claw would have had to do a transmutation where he lost his arm, so he had to get an automail arm. Probably to save the cat. Yeah, but then the cat got transformed into, like, you know, it's kind of like that cute little girl, but in reverse somehow. Maybe he gets transformed into, like, this mutated girl or something like that, you know. So is Gadget a homunculus? That'd be kind of cool. Man, we should rewrite Inspector Gadget. Penny's Winry, that goes without saying. Yeah, obviously putting things together and everything, but, it's just like Amtrak. Yeah, it is just so dull. Why? Dull movie. I don't know what else to say about it, except...
Well, there is a lot of merchandise. It is high quality. There is a lot of McDonald's toys.
I just can't think of... At some point we gotta do Smurfs 2, I know that. No, why? Because the first one was such a hit. I mean, people love seeing us do it. I just hope when we do the second one, there's just more... Fine, but that's the price they're gonna have to pay. We'll do it, but the real thought's gonna fucking suck. Yeah. It's gonna be just as bad as this. Just as bad as this one.
No, it wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad at this at all. No, it would not. No, it would not.
Like, talking about, like, you know, fucking Skittles or something instead. I've been seeing in the trailer, there's kind of like punk Smurfs. They're like gray and they have like dyed color hair and they're like with attitude. What? I don't know, but that's gotta be something. What? I don't know.
Well, I hope you guys enjoy the video. So, yeah.
I don't know. Why do we need punk Smurfs? Why do we need Smurfs at all?
We finally finished with Nostalgia Critic. They teased the second movie, but they haven't done it. They teased Nostalgia Critic, teased the second one, but I don't think he has done it yet. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. We are finished with Nostalgia Critic with the live action Smurfs movies. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we're finished now. We're in the halfway mark.